Okay, so quick update. Some recap. I've been working without recording recently, so one of the things I've done is I've fixed some variables and methods that didn't need to be static. I fixed that. I also renamed here on character. So I create here on the setMods. So now setMods, it has a condition that if it is called as a levelUp method, some weird logic, it will execute a code that will modify the hit die of the player. So according to the act, so if it's act 2, he's gonna have 2 hit dies. So it's going to modify the quantity of the dice that is created in the dice method. It's going to be set to 2. And it's also going to roll a sad hit die. And it will add here. So stats mods tool, which is constitution. It's going to add the constitution modifier to the roll. And then if the roll is less than 1, it's going to be set to 1. And well, maybe I could just put this here and remove all these others. I'll do this after the video. So it sets the max HP, it increments the roll to it, and this is just a debug. And then if current constitution mod different than new constitution mod. So before all this, I have a variable that it is like the current constitution mod before it is modified. So it's going to be 2, and then if it's different than the new constitution mod, which is set after set modifications, so if they're different, which means it was modified, it's going to set max HP according to the act minus 1. So this is equal to the amount of levels. So we're taking act as a level here. If you know a little bit about the D&D, as every level up, if your constitution modifier changes every time you level up, you add how many levels you've gained so far. So if you're level 3, you add 2 to your maximum HP. If you become level 8, you add 7. And yeah, so this is what this does. And haven't done anything on item. On player, I've created this level up method. So there's a string called choice picked, which it's a string array called choice picked that it's empty with 6 values. So these are for the attributes, and there's a variable I, which is 1, and I think I is used in the do while loop. So I is going to be 1, and it's going to be executed 3 times. Yeah. So I'm gonna show it running in a bit. So the player is going to be able to choose an attribute. So he's going to have 6 choices, and he can choose 2 new attributes per level. He can add 2 points to his attributes each level. So each act or level, they're the same so far. Until now, they're the same. And sorry. So this is going to be executed 2 times. because I is 1, starts at 1. So first time, second time, execute. And on the third time, it's not going to execute. So when I is equal to 3, it's not going to execute. So this execute 3 times, yeah, the do while execute 3 times, and this for if loop, which is the whatever choice you picked. Alright. And this uses input, which is the input you're picking, so between 1 and 6. So if you pick 2, you're going to add 1 to dexterity, and you can pick it again, and it's going to show plus on the side, and if you pick it twice, it's going to show plus plus. And then here's the level up condition I was talking about. So we're going to set is level up to true, and it's going to execute some setMods, and setMods is on character, and here is setMods. So setMods is going to execute, it's going to set the mods according to the stats, and then if it is level up is true, which is from the player class, it executes the code which generates the code if it's a level up action. So, and then after running this, we set is level up to false. We don't really need to set it again we don't really need to set it as false again, but just in case. And we also add 1 to proficiency because we have 4 levels, and D&D has 4 levels of play, 5 levels of play. And let me show you guys. Actually, let's go up here. So part 3, the rules of magic combat, customization options, play the game. Beyond, where's beyond level? Beyond first level. Here, 12. Yeah. So these are the levels of play. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually 4. So it's plus level. Thing is, yeah. So you have 4 levels of play, but you have 4 different proficiency bonuses. But like in the game, we have 4 acts. There's an ant here. We have 4 acts in the game. So first act would be the first 4 levels of D&D. The second act would be the 5 to 10, 11 to 16, and 17 to 20. So we will only use until plus 5 proficiency. And then maybe we can use proficiency plus 6 on the end game, which is going to be an infinite loop and of battle and shops and whatever. And yeah, so we're gonna do that. And I forgot what was my point, but yeah. Yeah, I was talking about proficiency. So you add 1 to proficiency every act. And choose class, we already discussed this. I don't think there's anything new. Well, we fixed some things in the dice, I don't think so, no. Just fixed the static, and then turned out we can't do anything to the dice class. But on game logic we changed a lot of variables and methods that were static, and they need to be like, not on game logic, sorry, on all other classes. So character, player, I think that was it, to be honest. Maybe lore, yeah, I think I changed something on lore. Yeah, I think these were static before, now they're not. They don't really need to be static. And maybe I was thinking of deleting these, because we don't really need them. We don't need the array here. I'm not using it. I'll do it later. So now I'll show you guys the code running. Okay, now the weird thing is, sometimes the program takes so long to run. I don't know what's really causing this. Now it executed very quickly. That's why I paused the video earlier. Before when I was working on it, it was taking quite a while to execute. Now it only took like 2 seconds to fully render the code. So yeah. So what's your name? Yes. Maybe a solo. So solo's hit die is a D10. Yeah, why not? So we have a 12 constitution. I think 12 constitution is pretty decent to test. Any value honestly is decent to test it out. So the capital of the solution. So we have 12 constitution, and in the 12 constitution we have a +1 modifier for our constitution. So we're going to continue our descent. Oh yeah, I've set my XP to 150, so we're going to instantly level up. So I want to add constitution, so it adds a plus to the side, and I want to add another constitution. Turns out like right now you have 2 pluses here. These are just debug code. It's not going to appear for the player. Then you just press something, you hit continue. Alright, so here you're entering into Act 2, so right now you are level 2. Theoretically, because we don't really have levels, we just have experience and each act is a level. And yeah, so types of so now we took a rest, and here we're going to show a lore, and there's going to have lore title. So these are randomly generated, so you have 2 1 2 2 2 3 and 1 1 1. 2 is like the act, and 1 is the lore number, so you have 3 different lore numbers for each chapter. So I took a rest and I restored 47 health. I need to reformulate the formula, of course. This is still based on the old formulas. So as we can see here, so we have now 18 life. At first level, we had, I don't think I've checked. Did I? So 12. Well, we had 11 life. Okay, because you have 10 plus the modifier. So you had 11 life. And right now our constitution modifier is 2. And we rolled a 6 on our roll, which is a d10 plus the constitution modifier. Our roll was a 4, so +2 with the new constitution modifier, which is 2 now. And yeah, so that's it. So as you can see, it was 11, so 11 plus 6, that's 17, plus 1 from the new constitution modifier, because you were at 1 modifier on the constitution, and now you're at 2, so you add 1 because you're in Act 2. Logic. That's D&D stuff. D&D stuff. But yeah, that's it.